In real world, events can be predicted without total certain. The best we can do is say how likely they are to happen using the idea of probability. Exactly what is probability? Probability is a chance that something will happen. How likely it is that the some event will happen. Sometimes we use probability with a measure of 10% chance of rain, or you can use words such as impossible, unlikely, possible, even, chance, likely, and certain. Example, it is unlikely to rain tomorrow.
As you can see in this plate, it says unlikely. Like we just said before, probability is the chance that something will happen, how likely it is that some event will happen. Sometimes you can measure a probability with the number 10% chance of rain, or you can use words such as impossible, unlikely, possible, even, chance, likely, and certain. Unlikely is above 0 and below 50%. It is not impossible. Unlikely.
As you see this cake, it says certain. Does it say certain? Definitely says certain. But what is certain exactly? Well, as we said before, probability is a chance that something will happen. How likely it is that some event will happen. Sometimes you can measure probability with weather, saying weather. So let's say the weather map says 100% chance of hail. So it is certain that there will be hail. And certain is exactly 100% or 1 on a scale. So it's exactly, there's no doubt that it won't happen. I'm Diana Rodriguez. Good day. As we said what probability is the chance that something will happen, or how likely it is some event will happen. So as we're talking about the types of probability, this type of probability is likely, the measurement. See, likely. Likely is above 50 but below 100. It's like 51 to 99. So when you say you have a 4 in 5 chance of winning the presidential election, you're likely to win. So likely is not certain but not impossible. As we go down the scale in probability, you determine as likely as not. As we said, what is probability? Probability is the chance that something will happen, how likely some event will happen. So when someone tells you, I have a 1 in 2 chance of winning, it's as saying as likely as not. So when, saying, if you're tossing a coin, it's like saying this. When a coin is tossed, there are 2 possible outcomes, heads or tails. When we say that the probability of the coin landing heads is 1 out of 2, we're just saying as likely as not. As likely as not is how. When talking about impossible, you mean that's never going to happen. Ever, ever, ever. So when it comes to weather, it's like saying there's a 0% chance of hail. Which, exactly. So it's like saying things like there's no chance I will ever eat this, or there's no chance I will ever touch this, or there's no chance I will ever get this. It's like we said, probability is a chance of how likely some event will happen, how likely the some event will happen. Sometimes we can measure probability with a number. So 0% chance of rain. So it is possible. So it is not going to rain tomorrow. So there you go.